God bless you all. We're here today to have a discussion on the topic of, can we call the God of the Bible Allah? Okay, so that's going to be very important, very important topic. And these individuals, they've made videos on the particular topic, and they've gone about it in their own particular ways. And so they're here to have a discussion on that matter today, and I think it'll be a good discussion. I think it'll be good. It'll be passionate. It is a topic for discussion. And so we're going to allow each participant to bring in a 10-minute opening to break down how this conversation came about and the theological aspect of it. And then after that, uh, we'll go into open dialogue where we'll talk about the theological aspects of things. And if there are some personal affairs that led up to this that needs to be discussed, that can be discussed as well. So I'm going to bring in James to break down his 10 minutes, and I will see James in 10 minutes. God bless you, Brother James.
All right. Thank you, Brother JP. I'm pretty sure this will be shorter than 10 minutes. But the term Allah is not a uniquely Islamic name, but the standard Arabic word for God, used by Arabic-speaking Christians both before and after the rise of Islam. Therefore, linguistically, it is entirely appropriate to refer to the God of the Bible as Allah within the Arabic language, just like Dios with the Spanish, Dieu with French, and in other languages. However, theological clarity must be maintained. The God revealed in Scripture, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, cannot be equated with the God of Islam, which explicitly denies the Son. Thus, while the term may overlap linguistically, the identities diverge, theologically. And, that distinction is exactly where the conversation needs to stay grounded. We got to make sure that if we're talking theologically, speak on it from a theological standpoint. If it's, linguistically, speak from that standpoint, because at its core, Allah is a linguistic term for God. It's not a theological endorsement of Islam. Arabic-speaking Christians have rightly used Allah and referred to the God of the Bible, but the shared terminology does not imply shared identity. I never meant to imply that or anything like that, because the God of the Bible is triune, while the God of Islam denies the Son. Therefore, the words overlap, but the God described, it does not. And that's all I got for now.
All right, hold on, Seiko. Hold on. Brother, you do have some time. Do you want to talk about what led up to this? Why did you make a video or things like that? Or you're good, you want to give up your time? Because you do have 8 minutes, brother. So it's up to you.
No,
If
I
you
give
want to
him my
save
time.
that for the dialogue, then we could save that for
Yeah,
the
I'll
dialogue.
give him my time. I mean, that's all. That's all I have right now. Is
Okay, no
I'm
problem.
talking linguistics.
Okay, no problem. Okay, we got it. Seiko, you have 10 minutes. Okay, my brother?
All right, thank you, JP. Appreciate it, and thank
All
you.
right. You're gonna be sharing some things, right?
Yes, I will.
So I'll shut off my camera, and if I need to assist you with that, I can. So
All right.
as soon as you share your first tab, I'll press 10 minutes and you'll be good to go.
Okay.
All right, I'm starting your time.
All right. Thank you. So this meeting or this discussion that we're talking about, it can we call the God of the Bible Allah? I believe that context matters, and I believe that context is definitely important. And the reason why I say that is because linguistically, yes, the name for God is Allah in amongst Arab speaking Christians in the Middle East. There's no argument, there's no contention regarding that. But I do believe that the context and how that word is used matters. Context matters when you are interpreting words and making statements. And so this conversation here, I believe, precipitated, at least for me, precipitated with Donald Trump's Truth Social post. This is the reason why I made my video regarding Donald Trump and his use of the word Allah and giving praise to Allah. And also, many people may know, and some believe, that Donald Trump is a Christian. I'll be the first to tell you that Donald Trump is not a Christian. Donald Trump has done good things for this country. Donald Trump gives respect to the Christian faith, but as far as giving himself over to God and surrendering himself to the lordship of Jesus Christ and repenting of his sins, no, he has not. And just because a person is a conservative does not make them Christian. And so I want to just make sure that that is clear. But on this particular date here of April the 5th of this year, President Trump put out a Truth Social post, and it reads here, as you can see on the screen: Tuesday would be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There'll be nothing like it. Open the effing straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. That post and that statement caused an uproar, because this actually was done on Resurrection Sunday. Some people say Easter, but Resurrection Sunday, on the day that Christians celebrate the resurrection of our Lord. And so this caused offense among some Christians, and others it didn't. For me, it did, because it gives an offense and it gives reason for the enemies of God to blaspheme. And it just causes unnecessary conflict and unnecessary confusion. And so you had Christians defending Trump's post, defending his words, all of it, from conservative media outlets to the average person that voted for Trump. You had very few Christians that were speaking out against it. I was one of them. And so on the 6th of April, that following day, I made a video and I made the following statement regarding: no Christian that I know would say praise be to Allah. And this is the statement: no Christian that I know would ever say praise be to Allah. No Christian that I know says that. And no Christian that I know would condone it. Now, the reason why that is important is because it is in the context of this statement here by President Trump. My statement in regards to Trump or any Christian that I know would not say praise be to Allah. And the context and the setting matters. I'm not talking about in the Middle East. I'm not talking about in countries where the Arabic name for God, Allah, is used. I'm speaking in the Western world. I'm speaking in the context and speaking in response to what President Donald J. Trump had said. And so my statement in regards to this post precipitated and caused my video to be made. And timeline is important, because this was done on the 6th of April. This was done on the 6th of April. People were defending Trump. People were making excuses, like I said, of what Trump had said. And no Christian would defend it, like I mentioned. And no Christian that I know would say praise be to Allah. No Christian that I know would say that. And so the following day, I received messages and people actually reached out to me on the 7th, when Brother James had made the Facebook post here saying, I just saw someone say, you'll never hear a real Christian say all praises to Allah. And this is exactly what happens when someone is confidently loud and completely wrong. Allah is not some exclusive Islamic name. It is literally the Arabic word for God. So let me get this straight. Arabic speaking Christians who have been worshiping God in Arabic long before modern internet debates aren't real Christians because they speak their native tongue. So when they pray, read their Bible.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Thank you. So when they pray, read their Bible and say Allah, what exactly do you all think they're doing? See, it's one thing to be ignorant. We can fix ignorance, but being ignorant and loud on something that can be corrected with a 10-second search, that's something different. That's a different level altogether. Not everything that sounds foreign is false. Sometimes it's just a different language and the same God. And hashtag is Noble Berean, Brother James Mickles. And so this actually caused a few people to reach out to me because just based on timeline and based on appearance and based on what was said and what was communicated, individuals that know me and that know Brother James, they had raised concerns and they were wondering, is this about me? Is this about, Seiko and what he's saying, that, a person is loud and wrong, or a person is making these statements. And so the word here is quoted. You'll never hear a real Christian say all praises to Allah. So my video doesn't say that in its explicit statement, but I reached out to Brother James on the 9th. I was contacted on the 8th. I did not read this post. I did not know that Brother James made this post, but I had individuals contact me, a few individuals contact me, and was raising concerns about whether or not this post was in direction to me or related to me. And so I reached out to James on the 9th and said, good morning, brother. After reading your Facebook post yesterday, I wanted to inquire if it was in response to my video I made about Trump praising Allah. And he responded later that morning and said, good morning, brother. Did you say this in your video? I don't remember you saying exactly what I am addressing on my post. I saw a few people make this claim. And so I responded and gave him the minute marker and said, just asking for clarification. I'm not able to talk over the phone right now, but I wanted to confirm if your response was in any way related to my video. How many minutes? I'm sorry.
3.
3. Thank you. I wanted to confirm if your response was in any way related to my video, whether in paraphrase or whether it was in relation to anything that I said. And so I wanted to ask that question because I did not want to assume, didn't want to conclude anything that may have not been factual. And so I said, you mentioned in your post you saw someone, emphasis added, say it, not a few. So I just want to inquire if someone was in reference to me. If so, then I have no issue with anyone criticizing or critiquing what I say or post because it is public domain. But if there was a concern or disagreement, I wouldn't have had a problem providing context and explanation to you about it. And so Brother James responded and said, you stated in your video that no Christian that you know would say praise be to Allah. I don't interpret that statement the same way. However, if my post prompted you to respond as though it were directed at you, then respectfully, as the saying goes, a hit dog will holler. I neither mention your name nor tag you. And I'll just stop right there because that, I believe, actually resulted in me making my video and what's in a name. And then subsequently, Brother James made his video in response to mine. And I even agreed that the name of Allah is a general term. It is denoted, but also the connotation of that has to be defined according to the one speaking and the setting and the context that it is used. And I'll stop there.
All right, thank you. We'll bring in James and you guys can have your conversation now, and I will make sure to moderate it. Do you guys want a little 2-minute rebuttal to your opening statements, or you guys just want to go straight into it? It's up to you guys. 2 minutes uninterrupted, and then you guys can go to the dialogue, or do you guys want to just go into the dialogue now? It's up to you guys.
Well, I believe we need to establish what brought us here to this point. And what made you decide to become the moderator of this meeting?
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that position also.
All right, so then you guys can go ahead and have your conversation, and if you guys are interrupting or anything along those lines, I'll make sure to restore order. All right, I'll be muted, and you guys can go ahead and have your dialogue.
I'm confused.
No, I guess. Yeah, I wanted to. I was asking that it needed to be clarified on how this discussion started. What brought us here?
Oh, you want me to participate and tell you what happened?
Yes, give the background for the audience, please.
All right. Well, I'll participate this one time, but after that, I'm just gonna stick to moderating. So, in short, that was the timer there. But okay. So in short, I posted a post where I said that if you have some sort of an issue with Seiko, that you should have a discussion with Seiko. I made that post, and then Brother James reached out and he told me that he sent me a video that he made in response to you. When I saw the video, I kind of reached out to you. I didn't know that this was going on, so I thought it was a joke or something like that. I was like, "Oh, you guys are horsing around." But then, as I spoke to James, it was a serious matter on the topic in which we're here to discuss. And so I reached out to James and asked him if he was interested in having a dialogue. And I reached out to you, and both of you fellas agreed to have it. That's the very condensed version of that story.
Do you recall that's what happened, James?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I saw JP's post and I sent him my video. My
Okay.
response to your video, yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and share share JP's initial post. Let me just do that so people can get a grasp on how that came about. Let me do that. Give me one second here. Where is it at here? Okay, here we go. Sorry about that.
It should be popping up.
Okay. So
let me move us.
This post here is what initiated individuals besides James to, I guess, to respond and to reach out to me, supposedly. So this says many people hate Seiko Woods and can't stand him on the online world. If you don't like his stance on certain things, it is your job to refute him publicly. I can admit he is a direct person, but if you disagree with him, talk to him. So I'll stop sharing that part. And I guess the question I'm asking, James, is that's what precipitated you to reach out to JP?
Yeah, yep. That's that post. When I saw that post, I sent him my video.
Okay. He said it, but the post said to reach out to me, to talk to me.
Say again?
The post said to talk to me. It didn't say to talk to JP. It said to talk to me. Correct?
I did talk to you. Well, I did text you.
You text me when?
I text you my video. Did you watch my video?
Yes. The video, you texted me the video, but this was a recent post.
You said, but did you watch my video?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the post that JP mentioned and stated, he said here that, and I'm going to share it again. Give me a minute again for people to have the understanding of it. It says, if you don't like his stance on certain things, it is your job to refute him publicly. You did that in the video. Right. You did that in the video in the response. So that I definitely agree with you on that. It says, I can admit that he is a direct person. He's a direct person, but if you disagree with him, talk to him. You and I didn't have a conversation anymore regarding that, correct?
No, we didn't.
And his post said to talk to me. It didn't say talk to JP. So I guess my question is, why would
the post says many people hate Seiko, in which I don't hate you.
Right, I know you don't.
So let's get that clear.
Right, I know you don't. Yeah.
So it said many people hate Seiko Woods and can't stand him on the online world, but if you don't like his stance, refute him publicly.
Right.
And my only refute to you was to the video that you made and included my post. So I did do that. So when I saw the post, I sent it regarding that first part. Now that last part, I mean, I text you. You say you didn't watch it. So just like you and every other creator, content creator, I send my video to whoever I want to send it to. Like at the end of the day, I send my video to whomever I want to send it to. So I don't say that disrespectfully, but I mean, that first part of that post is why I sent JP my video.
Did you send people your video and say that I misrepresented you?
Yes, you did. Yes, I did.
Okay. So how did I misrepresent you in my video?
You made my post about you. And I clearly told you in the text message that it wasn't about you. I reiterated after you asked me again that it wasn't about you. I even said it in the text message that I don't see what you said in your video as meaning the same thing that I said in my video. I even said this respectfully in my video response. So I mean, I clearly stated more than 3 different occasions that my video wasn't about you.
Did you also stated if I felt that it was, that only hit dogs holler, and I made it clear that I was asking, was my video in any way related to your post? And you never gave me a response to that. You just said that you never tagged me. You don't have to tag me to make something about me. And in fact, your subsequent posts were in response to my video. And I do recall, and I'll go ahead and share this as well. Let me go ahead and share this because this is important. Because in the video, you appeared in the chat in my response to your initial post, and what's in the name. You remember that?
Yes, I watched it. I watched it live. So
right.
Yeah, you know, I watch your stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you're my brother,
and I appreciate that. And so, but this is what you said here in the video.
Amen, Noble. Amen. These are the type of discussions we would have in our Ironsmiths group, discussions that force us to really question our positions, ideologies, and theological premises. Absolutely.
So in that part of the video, James, I don't recall you said anywhere during that time that you watched the video that I misrepresented you. You said that these are the types of discussions that we would have in our group, in our Ironsmiths group. So I'm trying to understand, if you felt to believe that I misrepresented you, why wasn't that made known in the group and in the chat?
Well, first and foremost, I don't necessarily got to say all my thoughts hastily. I don't move hastily. I'm a very I deep thinkly, and I analyze everything first before I speak. I don't just speak wildly, especially when it's dealing with an elder in the faith. I'm not gonna sit up there and just accuse you hastily. And I had to go back, so I went back and watched your video a few times before I come to the conclusion of me making my response video, because initially when I watched it, I felt that way. But at the same time, these are the type of discussions that we would have in our Ironsmith group. So, I mean, I don't understand what would be like two things are right at once. Like, I feel like you misrepresent me, and these are the type of conversations that we would have in our Ironsmith group. So, I mean,
so going by
why would I get onto your live stream and say that to you when in times past, me getting in the live stream and trying to not so much refute, but say my side, or say whatever my side is in the group chat, and it be misconstrued. I mean, I kind of learned from past situations that, you know, you don't do certain things.
But you went behind me and shared your video and said that I was misrepresenting you to people that did not know anything about it, particularly JP. Is that correct?
I can share my videos. I can share whatever I want with whomever I want.
I'm not talking about your ability, James. I'm talking about biblically. JP had nothing to do with your video or mine.
My post had nothing to do with your video.
Well, and that's why I asked the question, and I made it clear. I never accused you of anything. I never.
Yeah, you never accused, but the way in which you shaped your video and placed my post in that video, you misrepresented what I was saying. I said from the beginning, it's
linguistic. You show me in the video why I misrepresented you in my video.
You could go watch my response to your video, because I showed numerous of occasions. So if you didn't watch my video, we need to not even talk about a refute.
Can you give me an example of how I misrepresented what you said?
I made many examples in that video. So you do your due diligence and go watch my video.
I just need you to give me one, because I didn't misrepresent you. I didn't take your video and say that you were misrepresenting me. I'm just asking if you can tell me, give me one example where I misrepresented what you said. I agreed with the term or the word Allah is used by Arabic Christians, but the denotation and connotation of that word has to be defined according to authorial context and intent.
Yeah, but you don't get to so in a sense, in a sense of your statement, I agree with, but we're not talking about in what I disagree or agree with you with. We're talking about my post. So my post has context, and it has to be defined according to authorial context and intent. Yeah, but you don't get to so in a sense of your statement, I agree with, but we're not talking about in what I disagree or agree with you with. We're talking about my post. So my post has context, and it has to be defined according to authorial context and intent. my post, I'm the one that wrote it.
Mhm.
So you only can interpret my post based on how I wrote it. That's
Right.
just like scripture.
And
I can't eisegete and read into what the text says. You can't do the same thing with people's words.
And I'm not, and that's why I asked the question. I didn't assume anything with you. So let me just ask you the question here then. So let me go back to your post that was released on the 7th, a day after my video. Let me just do that. So that way people can get a better understanding of why this conversation is.
And I also wanted to respond to
Sure.
where you brought up the text message.
Sure.
You said I said this is what I said in response to, you said you mentioned in your post someone, right? My response to you is, you stated in your video that no Christian that you know would say praise be to Allah. I don't interpret that statement the same way.
Correct.
However, if my post prompted you to respond as though it were directed at you, then respectfully, as the saying goes, a hit dog will holler. I neither mentioned your name or tagged you. I wasn't giving you or prompting you to make a response. I was saying to you, hey, brother, I'm not talking about you. And I don't think what you said is the same thing that I'm addressing. But,
and I agree.
But if it prompted you to say something more, then a hit dog holler. Like, that's not me saying that, okay, if you felt that way, then boom. Nah, that's not what type of term I was on. And I'm not the type of person that throws shot. I'll tell you straight to your face how I feel about you. I'm not about to throw no shot on no social, especially on social media.
We already agreed with that, James. So let me ask you this question: who's the someone that you saw say this? Who's that someone?
I saw a few people.
Who?
I said that to you.
Who?
I saw a few people.
Like who?
I saw about 4 different posts.
Okay. Like who? Can you
what
present
you mean
them?
Like who?
Can you present them?
I could present them I can. I'm
Like
sure X didn't send them to you?
No. I'm asking you.
Well, you could have asked me this off air too, though.
No, well, but we're here because you reached out to JP.
I reached out. I sent JP my video. That's what I did.
Right.
He asked me if I had any issue with going on live and having this conversation with you.
Right.
And I said I don't have any issue.
Right.
I also said that I wasn't gonna go live until I had a conversation with you. But since this is what we do, we go live instead of have conversations like men. So we got to have it in front of everybody. So.
Well, actually, James, I'm addressing your post that you had said someone. I asked for clarity.
I addressed that in my video. Right. You say you didn't watch my video, so that's not my problem to have to answer the question. The burden of proof is on you.
And the burden of proof is on you to say that I misrepresented you. I didn't misrepresent you.
I did. I showed in my video. You made a public video. I made a public video.
Right.
Responding to your video.
Right. And I'm asking.
So I did my job. I did my due diligence in showing how you misrepresented me.
I'm just asking how I misrepresented you in my video that you responded in the chat that these are the
Shonda 8927. No, I am not angry at Seiko about nothing. I don't even understand what you mean by something else. I'm not angry with Seiko. Who else has questions? Mickle sound very angry for real. Interesting. It's got what you hear is called frustration. This is what you hear, Shonda. You hear frustration.
So again, I asked for clarity. You said my name wasn't mentioned in the video, and I agree. My name was not mentioned in the video. I brought clarity to the video because I said that there were individuals that looked at your post, saw my video, and were wondering, are you referring to me? And that's why I reached out to you a day later. And actually,
also in your video, you said that you were inserting yourself also.
I'm sorry?
In your video, you also said that you were inserting yourself in the video, in the post, because you made your video.
I'm not following what you're saying. I made the video, so of course I'm involved in it if I made the video.
So what I'm saying is, like what you just said, you said
Correct.
That people had reached out and they had questions.
Yes.
Also in the same video that you made, you said that you are inserting yourself into the post because you made the video.
Can you give me the context of what you're saying? Because I'm still not following that.
I'm saying you're saying that people reached out to you, and you're saying you inserting yourself. So my question is which one is it?
I'm still not understanding your question. The statement was made. The statement was made about people saying that we're a Christian or no. I think you said I don't want to misquote what you said. So let me go back. You'll never hear a real Christian say all praises to Allah. Right. And so people watched my video and was wondering, was that referring to me? And I reached out to you to make sure and to clarify, was that at all? And you said that I never mentioned your name. I don't interpret your quote to be in that way. But if you feel that that was directed toward you, then only hit dogs holler. It wasn't about the hit dogs holler. I was trying to provide clarity and understanding. And even in the video, I agreed with you because there's no disagreement with that. But bringing up Arabic Christians regarding that removes the setting and the context by which I made my video. Because
indeed, in that instant, if a post was made that was talking about your video, you would be correct. But my post had nothing to do with your video, and I told you that. So why was my post even used in reference to anything? I told you this in the text message. I said no.
I asked you the question. I asked you, was there any way related because of how the word was used and how the phrase was stated? It could have been paraphrased, because I still don't know who the individuals or people that you said that you watched say.
We could have had a conversation and we could have discussed that.
Yeah,
we not be here right now.
We could have had a conversation, James, but you chose to reach out to someone else.
No, I chose to send my video to someone, and I have every right to do that.
James,
so no, I chose to send my video to some people.
James, okay? I'm not referring.
I didn't reach out for a debate.
James, I'm not referring to rights. I'm saying what you did.
I didn't reach out for a debate.
So you agreed to have a conversation on JP's live, right? I didn't reach out to JP.
He asked me, would I have any issue
with
doing that? I said no, I don't have any issue.
Did you DM him first? Or did he DM you?
I sent him my video. Yes,
I did first. You DM'd him, right?
I sent JP my video response to your video based on what I read on his post.
Did his post say to reach out to him? Or did his post say talk to me?
His post said refute you publicly, and I did.
And the second paragraph said to talk to me. It didn't say to talk to JP. So my question is, why would you reach out to him?
I sent my video to him. That's what I did.
That's already been established. I'm just asking.
Okay, then. So the question, the question that you're asking is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's not. It's definitely relevant, because that's basically stirring up confusion. He knew nothing about this. In fact, he thought that this was a prank, James. He thought that this was a joke. He knew nothing about the video. He knew nothing about your response nor mine. You reached out to him. You contacted him via DM and said that I'm reaching out to you regarding your post. And the only thing is, I'm saying, why are you reaching out to him about it? Unless you're saying, hey, I want to have this conversation on your live stream.
Are you able to receive text messages right now?
Yes.
Okay, here go one post. And honestly, it's like, can I say to other individuals who said this, which you have not done yet? Okay, I just sent him one post, although I don't have to prove anything, but just based on, just based on you are asking to whatever. And
yeah, I see that.
Shonda said she agreed. And it's facts only. I agree. It is stupid. It's definitely stupid. F15HO, I agree also. This why not do this privately? Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. So you got the text message?
Yeah, I see that one. Yeah, I see that one.
Okay, that's one post. And if you see the dates, it predates your video. That's one post. But I don't understand why is it that when you ask me and then you ask me again, why is it that you don't take my word for me telling the truth? I don't lie. I don't sit up here and lie to you. Why not take what I said as the truth? I'm
asking you a question. I asked who was the person that you said said this, because again, this was stated on your post on your Facebook page. I approached you privately about it. And to provide clarity and to make sure that there was no confusion, that this was not related to me, I made that clear. I made that clear in my video.
Marler, there is no debate because we essentially agree.
But I don't understand how you're saying that I misrepresented you in my video. I didn't misrepresent you at all in my video.
I made a video. I made a 50-minute video showing that you did. So
okay, well, I mean,
there's no need to discuss it.
But that's not the first time you and I disagreed. This is pretty unique because.
Nice try, but okay.
Okay, well, this is unique because you reached out to someone about a video when the original post said to talk to me. You chose to talk to JP. And then when JP said, well, would you be interested in having a conversation? I told JP, I was like, I didn't really want to waste my time with that because I didn't want this to come off as being confusing. I didn't want this to come off as two brothers having a wrangling about with words over a term that I clearly said that the term Allah is used in Arabic, but it depends on the context and it depends on the setting. My video and my post was regarding Trump. That's what
I wouldn't if my post was not included in that video, I would not have even said nothing, Seiko. I haven't said nothing about a lot of stuff, man. Like I watch the stuff, fam. So like I would not have no issue if my post was not used in that light at all.
Okay, what light was it used in?
I made a whole video that you could go watch in response to your video.
What light was it used in?
I made a whole video in response to your video, and you can go watch it.
So we agree on the term, but you just don't agree that the fact that I made the video in response to your post?
My post had nothing to do with your video.
I wanted to make sure that it didn't. That's why I provided.
How you gonna make sure? How do you make sure when you ask the source? You ask the source, but you go over the source anyway.
Because you had individuals who saw your post, raised question, and it caused confusion. And so I made my video clearly saying, and clearly making it known that I have no issue with James, but the term Allah is not just among Arabic-speaking Christians. It depends on the context. It depends on the setting. That's what I said.
And I essentially agree with your statement.
Mm-hmm.
My only issue is my post had nothing to do with your video, in which why was my post after you reached out to me and I said it had nothing to do with your video, you proceeded to use my post in a video, shaping it in such a way that it had nothing. That's not how I presented my post.
So that's
you don't get to interpret my post.
So
you have to go with how I post,
right? That's your perception of what I did. Because you basically accused me of sinning.
I'm not. Look, what I said was you misrepresented my post.
That's a sin, brother.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you did it on purpose. I say that in my video also.
It's an unintentional. So you're saying I unintentionally sinned against you?
What I'm saying is that you misrepresented my post, and you go watch my video. You can go watch my video.
How did I misrepresent?
And if you don't want to watch my video, fine, that's your choice.
I'm just trying to find out how did I misrepresent your video.
If you don't want to go and watch my video, there's nothing else to talk. There's nothing to discuss. Your questions are answered in my video.
Really, it isn't, because you shared your video and
your question is answered in my video.
No, it isn't. You shared your video.
How do you know if you never watched it? How do you know that it isn't answered if you never watched it?
May I finish the question?
How do you know that it's not? How do you know that it's not answered?
May I finish my question, James?
How do you know that it's not answered if you didn't watch the video? How do you know that it's not answered if you didn't watch the video?
I would like to finish the question.
How do you know that your question isn't answered if you didn't watch the video?
I'm about to answer it. How are you telling me or telling individuals that I misrepresented?
You can't answer my question with a question, sir.
No, actually I was talking, you cut me off. But I was making a statement. I said to you, you shared your video telling people that I misrepresented you. You're telling people that I sinned against you and I didn't sin against you. You can say that you don't like how I said something or didn't like how I may have presented something, but to tell people that I misrepresented you because I responded to your video, a public statement, and I gave a public response via video and clarified verbally that there is no personal animus or beef or issue. I disagree that it's not just used amongst Arabic speaking Christians, but it can be also confused and also conflated and cause people to think that the God of the Bible is the same God of Islam. And if you're saying it here in the Western world, and I provided several articles and several historical examples on how that can be confused if it is not clarified. That was the whole purpose of my video. You came on my chat and clearly said and did not give any issue regarding anything that I said. You watched it for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 46 minutes. I guess I did that particular video. You had no issue with the video at all. So I'm trying to find out if you watched it, what was the issue that you had that you said I misrepresented you, brother?
Like I said, I watched the video in its entirety when you first aired it, and I watched it a couple of more times, and I made my response video. Whether or not me stating that I had an issue with the video in the chat is neither here nor there. I don't have to reveal my whole thoughts or anything like that. I didn't like the video that you did on Troll, but that wasn't worth a video response because that you have your view on that. I have mine. That's fine. But this isn't a situation of viewpoint. This has something to do with my post and you using my post. So I made a 50-minute video responding to that, to your public video, to my public post. You don't want to look at my video? Okay, bet. All of the answers to those questions are there.
All right, so fellas, seems like I heard both viewpoints here. Do you guys want to get into the doctrine wise of things, or are we good? We're gonna shake hands and keep it pushing. How are we doing here, fellas? Because I'm just saying it's been 40 minutes, so I just wanted to know, what do you guys want to get in the doctrine part of things, or let's all hug it out and keep it pushing? It's up to you guys. I'm here to serve y'all today.
I mean, doctrinally, I don't disagree. Like, that's the thing. I don't disagree with Seiko.
Yeah, no, there's no disagreement. It's just the issue of words and how it was carried out. No, I didn't misrepresent him. But this is not the first time that we've disagreed.
There has been misrepresentation, and I stated that in my video.
Okay, where is hold on, Seiko. Where is this misrepresentation? Can you tell us what the misrepresentation was, so we can make some sort of progress here?
I state that in my video.
All right, but for the sake of the audience, just if you could just give us one. What was one misrepresentation?
Well,
if you don't want to share one, you're a grown man. I can't put a gun to you, but if you feel compelled to share just one, it served the audience. As Marla says, talk about it, and the audience is very engaged. So just for the sake of the audience, Brother Noble, if you could give us a misrepresentation that Seiko said, and I know you did make a video, but just out of curiosity.
What did you disagree with my post?
Me?
No, Seiko.
Which post are you referring to?
The Facebook post that you made a video on. Well, that you included in your video, actually.
Okay, so again, like I mentioned before, that when you made that post, you had individuals who know both you and I, and they were wondering if your video or your post was in reference to me in any way. And that's why I reached out to you that following day. You said that it wasn't, that I didn't tag you. You said that I didn't tag your name, nor mention your name. But if I feel that it was, then respectfully only hit dogs holler. And that's why I mentioned it. I said in any way related to what you said. That way I can provide clarity and context. But at the same time, I disagreed with your post because Allah used with among Arabic speaking Christians is one thing, but it can be confused if it's being stated in the Western world, i.e. here in America. And that's one of the reasons why I made my response video. And since you watched the entire video, you know I didn't misrepresent you.
The thing about it is what you just said, like, I agree with that, but that wasn't what my post was saying. My post is literally, it's cut and dry. I'm speaking linguistics, period.
I'm speaking linguistically too. I brought up church history, and I also brought up the context and how the word is used. And I also
indeed, like all of your sources pretty much speak to where I was coming from in the beginning. So I don't understand what's the disagreement. Where do you disagree?
The disagreement is, well, let me share this screen here. Let me share this screen in here. Because
I didn't even know you could share screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, if you need to share your screen, Nova Brand.
Yeah, I ain't got that. I don't have that set up, bro.
So
I don't got nothing ready to share.
It says seeking clarity, not conflict. You say you agree, but you're still pushing back. Who are you referring to as pushing back?
You.
Well, how was I pushing back? I made one video. What was I pushing back? With who?
In your video, you was pushing back.
I made one video. You said that
in your video, you were pushing back. In your video, in your presentation of my post, you were pushing back. Like, you say you agree, but then you disagree, but then you agree, and then all of your sources agree.
Give me an example how I was pushing back. Give me an example in my video how I was pushing back. Pushing back against you?
Against what was said in the post.
Against your post. Give me an example.
What was said in the post.
Give me an example.
What do you disagree with?
Give me an example in the video that I.
What do you disagree with? That's the example. You said this in the post. What do you disagree with? This is one of the things that you said. The main thing you say, I disagree. This ain't the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. What do you disagree with?
On how you took a word and just held it to its strictest sense.
Whose post is that?
Of course, it's your post.
Okay, it's my post. So I bear the right to. Wait a minute. I bear the right to be able to say what I want to say on my Facebook page, on my post, right? In the context that I'm writing it in, right?
Biblically, you have the right to say what you want to say.
Answer my question.
I did.
This is my who posted it.
No, it's not.
Post? It's my post.
You don't have the right.
Does that say Seiko Wood somewhere? No, it don't. It says James T. Mickles. So that means that's my post. That's my page right there, right? On my page, I'm able to say what I want to say on my page. I didn't sin. I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't say nothing disrespectfully. Nothing. So the context of the post is owed to who? Me.
So you say you have the right to say whatever you want to say. That's what you just said.
I have the right to say what I want to say as long as it's not sinful.
Thank you for clarifying. So when I asked you how was I pushing back in my video, give me an example in my video. Since you watched 2 hours and 46 minutes, brother, you should better give me one example, one scintilla of an example that I was pushing back on you.
What do you disagree with?
I'm asking you, give me an example in the video. You said you still pushing back. Give me an example that I was pushing back on you, James. Because it seemed like you was taking it personal when it was not.
So are you Holy Spirit Jr.?
I said it's
taking what personal.
I said it seems like you were taking this.
But how is it? No, it seemed like you took it personal. Actually, you made a 2 hour and 57-minute video on a post that had nothing to do with you.
Well, because I was providing.
And you said in your video that you inserting yourself.
Yes, because I'm providing.
So who took what?
Because I'm providing.
It seemed like who took what personal?
Because I'm providing clarity, James.
It seemed like who taking what personal? It seemed like that I'm taking it personal or you.
Well, you said that I'm pushing back. You said I misrepresented you. I didn't say that. You said that. So I'm asking you, in my video that you watched 2 hours and 46 minutes of, give me one example where I was pushing back on you and i.e. misrepresented you. That's all I'm asking. You said, so what's really being disagreed with? At some point, we have to stop debating for the sake of optics. Who's debating for the sake of optics? I'm not trying to make myself look good. Is that your implication? You said at some point we have to stop debating for the sake of optics and start being honest about the actual issue.
And what is the point of making your video if I said it's not about you?
I don't know how many times I have to say it, but I'll say it again in case you missed it. I was providing clarity to a statement that was made on your post, and also to clear up any misconception or any confusion that there was any beef between you and I regarding your post and my video. That's why I made the video.
Does everything need to go live, or could that have been a private discussion?
Are we talking preference? Or are we talking about a principle? It was a public statement and it was a public response.
And I made a public response to your response. So if you didn't watch it, there's nothing else. There's nothing else to really go back and forth.
James, I have no issue with you making a video.
Okay, then why are we here then?
Well, we're here because you reached out to JP.
I reached out to JP, and I reached out to a number of people that shared JP's post.
James, you asked a question and I'm answering it, brother.
You said, "Why are we here?"
You said you asked the question and I'm answering it. We're here because
I reached out. No, I reached out to JP just like I reached out to everyone else and sent him my video who shared JP's post.
You reached out to JP and you gave him.
I sent JP my video just like everyone, just like I sent it to everyone else. Okay, then stop trying to ask a question or try to make a statement out of what I'm saying, man.
That's already been established. I'm just asking a question.
Okay, then just say what I said. I sent JP, and just like everybody else, I sent my video to them.
Right, and you told everybody that
that is not me implying that I want to debate Seiko on a live video.
Well, you agreed to it, did you not? You agreed to it, did you not?
Did you agree to it?
Hold on, no. Did you
agree to it?
Yeah. After
you was asked a simple question, right? Just like I was asked a simple question, and I answered it.
Would you approach him? He didn't approach you and actually do.
I didn't approach him about no debate or no.
Well, but you approached him.
Yeah, I sent him my video just like I sent my video to everybody else.
He didn't ask for your video. He didn't ask for your video.
So nobody asked for your video. You send it. You tag 1,000 people in your post.
James, I'm not going around telling somebody that you misrepresented me. You did.
Yeah, but I'm not lying when I said that neither.
No, it is a lie because
no, it's not. No, so you're calling me a liar.
Yeah, you are a liar.
No, you're a liar.
Because you're
a liar. You misrepresented me.
Okay, well, I'm still asking, and the audience is asking, show us where I misrepresented you at.
You can go watch my video in the audience on JP page.
Listen, James, the burden of proof is on you.
The burden of proof is on you. I made my response, so it's on you to go watch my response.
Nobody's asking about the response. We're asking about show the proof.
I showed you the proof,
homie. Show the proof in the video.
I showed you the proof.
Give me a timestamp on where
you go watch my video. Go do your due diligence like I did.
There's nothing to do due diligence about.
Go and watch my response. Otherwise, your questions are irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. It's irrelevant because
it's irrelevant.
So the question that I asked you here, and I'm going to share my screen again, because apparently you don't want to answer it, and that's fine. So let me share it again.
I agree. It's facts only. Nobody learned anything. The audience is not asking that. Indeed. Are you upset with Seiko because of your church split? You seem angry now. Wow, interesting. What does Seiko have to do with my church split, Shonda? Seiko had nothing to do with my church split. Seiko was there, but he has nothing to do with that. So why would I be angry at Seiko over my church split? Interesting perspective, Shonda. I'm done responding to you. Let me just make this clear, just in case anybody else. Like I have no, like, if just in case anybody is thinking like Shonda, no, Seiko has nothing to do with the church split. Seiko was actually in a place to try to help the situation. So why would I be mad at him over my church split? That was between the pastor and the leadership at that church. So why would I have any issue with Seiko over the church split? That makes no sense. I don't understand. And if you can't discern frustration, indignation, this is not anger. This is not anger. I'm not angry with Seiko. This is frustrating because we could have just discussed this in a cut somewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, the reason why we're here is because you contacted James. I mean, you contacted JP. I didn't contact JP about this.
Nah, we're here because you want to go live and discuss this live. That's why we're here. Because
Okay.
I just sent him my video. I didn't send him the video to go live and discuss this with Brother Seiko. No.
All right, let me go back.
I know I made a video about my church split, Shonda, but that
Should
don't got nothing to
should
do
we
with
play the
Seiko.
video? People are asked to play the video. Do you guys want that?
I want to read this, and then you can play whatever video you want to play.
You know what I'm saying? James' video.
Okay, so it says many people hate Seiko Woods and can't stand him on the online world. And if you don't like his stance on certain things, right, it is your job to refute him publicly. Okay, so I would agree that I made a video, James made a video. Fine, I had no problem with that.
And that's why I sent my video to him, bro.
Concern,
you can't read into that. That's why I sent this post. Is the reason that first part is the reason why I sent my video to JP.
The concern is you are sending your video to JP and whoever else saying that I misrepresented you, and that's a lie. It says here,
it's not a lie.
I can admit JP post. This is JP's post. I can admit he's a direct person, but if you disagree with him, talk to him. Nowhere in this post does it say to talk to JP. I'll set something up. Nowhere. You chose to contact JP, and you're right. You have a right to do it.
Okay, then.
You have a right to do it. Is it biblical? No, because here's what happened.
How's it been?
I'm about to explain to you right here. What is this? Okay. What is this? This is right here. You reached out to JP. Seiko did a live stream misrepresenting my post. Now let me just stop right there for just a second. Just a second. What if JP was a naive, easily deceived, gullible Christian, and you sent this post to this man saying that I misrepresented you rather. And if he was the type of individual that would have taken this and said, man, I want to deal with no person like that that's trying to misrepresent somebody, I'm gonna leave Seiko alone. You don't believe that's being divisive? That's sowing confusion and sowing discord. That could have done that.
Hypothetically speaking, if I would have deemed, well, let me make sure that I understand your question correctly. Are you asking me that if basically if JP was immature and I send that video to him, that would be divisive? Is that what you're basically asking me? Because I can't repeat word for word what you said.
I'm asking you if JP were naive and gullible and were to have taken your words at face value that I misrepresented, i.e. lied about you and lied on you, and he began to distance himself from me because of that statement, because it has happened before. People have said things about me behind my back, and then individuals have backed away from me because of lies or false statements, or as you would say, misrepresentations. And I'm saying, would you not be responsible for that if he didn't reach out to me and say, man, what is this? What is going on? Because he thought it was a joke.
If what you just created were to had to happen in that case, of course, the person that did that would have been, that would be very, very unwise for them to do that. But that's not the case here.
So you believe it was
hold on. I'm not finished with my statement. I mean, my answer. First, but that's not what happened here. What happened here is there was a post that JP made, and I sent him my post. I've interacted and watched JP stuff a lot, so I kind of got a grasp on what he can or cannot handle, in the sense of a video in response to something. I state my position in my video. You said you didn't watch it, and that's your choice.
So you reached out to him. His post didn't say that. It's
It's
supposed to
supposed
say
it said refute Seiko publicly, and I did that.
right. Did it say reach out to him?
The post said refute him publicly, and
Did it
I
say reach
sent
out to
him my
JP?
video. I sent him my video and said I did.
Did it say reach out to JP? I'll put it
Did
up.
it say not to reach out to JP?
It's pretty clear. And
You see, no. Does it say not? Does it say do not reach out to? Does it say? Did
clear.
JP say do not reach
I
out to
can
me?
admit he is a direct person.
Does
but
he
if
say?
you disagree
Does
with
he say
him,
do not reach
says
out to me?
talk
You
to
see how I
him.
could grab at a
Capital
straw? You see how I could grab at a
Capital
straw too, and then try to make an argument? You see how I could grab a straw and
I'm
grab?
not
It don't say don't reach
I'm
out.
just reading. I'm just
So
reading.
many people hate Seiko Woods and can't stand him on the online world. If you don't like his stance on certain things, it is your job to refute him publicly. I saw that and sent him my video.
So he says talk to him. That's emphasizing.
But I don't take directives from JP neither.
Okay, well, that's pretty obvious because this is why we're here.
Nah, we're here because this is what you want to do. You want to go live instead of have a conversation in the cut with your brother.
No, well, when you're making posts and saying that I'm misrepresenting you.
Nah, but that's what happened. You misrepresented me. And you can go watch my video to answer all your questions.
Not one evidence, not one shred of evidence.
I put the evidence out there.
When the people are still waiting to see it. So you're gonna tell
y'all go watch my video, and you could go watch.
You guys want me to play the video? I could play the video.
Go ahead, play the video.
I don't mind you playing it.
Go play the video.
All right, let me play the video, man.
Please.
Yes. I'll start it when James starts. Brother James starts talking. So let me go here. All right. We're gonna 1.5 speed this. Kind of skim through it. As a matter of fact, let's see. I'll use the AI. So let's just for the sake of speed. Where did James say he was misrepresented? Send me a timestamp for each moment.
You able to ask AI that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Look, it's all right here. See it?
That's crazy.
So now we got it. So now let's play all the points. So let's start here. And then we're going to go to the other parts where he misrepresented. All right. Shout out to AI. Okay, boom.
Yeah, that's
This
crazy.
is the first one.
That's crazy. Live,
and I want to make this plain. My original post was not making the broader theological argument that Islam and Christianity worship the same God. I was not talking about that. Nor was I entering into a obvious theological discussion that Christianity and Islam are two different religions with very real differences in their interpretation of God. It's not what my post was addressing. I think I was clear. That was not the point of my post. My post was addressing linguistics. It was addressing language. It was addressing the simple fact that the word Allah is the Arabic word for God, and that Arabic speaking Christians have used that term as well. That is the context of my post. That is the issue I was speaking to. So when my post is introduced as though I was arguing an entirely different theological position, that is not accurate. And because it is not accurate, it needs to be clarified. Scripture tells us.
All right, that was the first one. And then we have 3 more. Y'all want to go through the other 3?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. This is the second time James says he was things were misrepresented.
Simple, but very necessary. Because in Seiko's video, instead of my words being read as they were actually written, they were paraphrased. And the issue with that is this. When you paraphrase someone, you now have the ability to shape how the audience interprets what is being said. You can emphasize certain parts and you can omit others. And you can guide people towards a conclusion that may not actually reflect the original statement. So rather than deal with a paraphrased version of what I said, I'm going to read what was actually said in the text message in full. Now, I got permission from Brother Seiko to be able to show this publicly. So I'm going to.
All right, that's the that's the second one. Now we'll go to the third. So you can make a note of that. This is the third time.
You mentioned that people had concerns about whether my post was a direct or indirect shot at you because of your video. Yet in the same breath, you state that you are going to insert yourself into the post.
Well, I'm not hollering. I'm just responding because I made a video and people were assuming or maybe perceiving that this was a shot and a jab against me. Because our brother said he wasn't talking about me, but I only hear dogs holler. Okay, fine. So I'm going to put myself in that then because I made the video.
Even after our text exchange where I made it clear, I do not see the correlation. I do not interpret what you said in your video as the same thing as what I was addressing in my post. Now, hear me clearly. If my post led you to respond as though it was directed at you, then respectfully, as the saying goes, a hit dog will holler. That is
All right, let
it play.
Okay. All right, because you have two more.
Let that part play.
is precisely why it is important to read without allowing emotions to become the lens. I was not telling you if you feel this way, then respond. I was saying plainly that I do not interpret your message as aligning with what I addressed. But if, despite that, you still felt compelled to respond as though it was about you, then that response speaks for itself. A hit dog will holler. So if the people truly had concerns, why insert yourself into my post?
So I'm going to put myself in that then because I made the video. All right, this is gonna go into the fourth part right here. So we're in the 28-minute part. It's gonna go right into the fourth part, and then the fifth part is like 10 minutes away. So after this part, I'll go to the other part, and that'll be everything.
Why insert yourself into my post, frame it in a way that shifts its meaning, and then project your own interpretation onto it? And after doing so, to call it a straw man.
This is what we're calling logic a straw man. This is a weak argument because I never said that.
Come on now, brother. Come on. With all due respect, your entire video is a straw man. Your entire video reflects exactly what you accuse my argument to be, because you are responding to a position that I never made. And what makes this even more concerning is that the very resources you presented largely supported the point I was making.
Despite the fact that we tend to use it in this way, Allah isn't actually the unique name of the Muslim God. It is simply the general Arabic word for God. That is, when we see the Allah El parallel, this is merely a matter of the same word being used, not the.
So I have to ask, sincerely and without hostility, what exactly?
All right, so we're gonna go to this next part. And then we're going to go to the part where it tells us what the straw man was. So we'll do that. And then that's it. We're finished here.
All right.
So this is the part where shifting the context.
What we're witnessing now is what happens when conversations that once had a private place for resolution are brought into the public without the full context. This could have been addressed within the Ironsmiths group, but sadly, is dissolved. This could have been resolved through direct understanding. But since that space no longer exists, it has unfolded here.
Okay, and then this is what was strawman right here.
My original post was not making the broader theological argument that Islam and Christianity worship the same God. I was not talking about that. Nor was I entering into a obvious theological discussion that Christianity and Islam are two different religions with very real differences in their interpretation of God. It's not what my post was addressing. I think I was clear. That was not the point of my post. My post was addressing linguistics.
Okay, so there we have it. So that is what Brother James is saying. use strongman. So we saw the video, we saw the clips. Now you guys can proceed accordingly.
In my original video that I made, I responded regarding what Trump said. That was the point of my video. And also reading James's post, because again, the confusion was what is going on? What is this about? I thought these brothers was cool. Yeah. There is no personal beef or axe to grind at all. And that's why I reached out to my brother and I asked him clearly in the text message. And the only reason why I didn't read the text message at the time, it wasn't that I was taking anything out of context and I gave a paraphrase for it, because I was just sharing what we had discussed, and I did not want all of that to come out in the public sphere at that particular time. But also when James had reached out to me and said, "You don't mind?" No, I don't mind. I could have done it, but it wasn't the issue, because I don't think you purposely.
Like I said in the video too, when I read the text message, I don't think that you purposely paraphrased to try to make it seem. I don't think that you did that. You know, anytime someone paraphrases, you know, it's a risky thing anyway. So I don't think that you was on some foul stuff or anything like that with not reading the text message. But in your paraphrase, when you paraphrased our text exchange, what actually was read, and I'm seeing that now. I'm seeing it as I'm talking to you, that you must see my response differently than what I intended and what I said. So I mean, I'm guessing that's what's happening as we converse right now. That you took me saying the hit dog holler differently than what I intended.
I mean, I guess that can come off as disrespectful. Because
you said it could come off as disrespectful.
Yeah, because I asked the question clearly. Was this in any way related to what I said?
And I answered you clearly, brother. I answered you clearly.
I'm answering your question. When you made the statement,
all right, my bad. Go ahead.
When you made the statement, said it wasn't no way directed to you, but if you believe it was, then respectfully, as the old saying go, only hit dogs holler. And I'm saying to myself, okay, bro, why not just say, hey, man, look, I understand that this was brought to you because I reached out to you before even making a public video about this, to bring clarity and understanding. And if you, again, as you watched my video, I made that clear. This is no personal attack. This is not a shot against anybody. I'm making it clear that since the statement only hit dogs holler, no, I'm not hollering, but I am responding because you said you saw a few people make this statement. You gave a quote. I'm not sure if that picture that you gave to me was the actual person that actually said that. I know maybe you said there's a few people, but nonetheless, the overarching statement.
But you see how you reject what I say, no matter.
No, I'm not rejecting. I'm not rejecting what you said.
I don't know if that's the regular post.
Because I haven't read the actual picture that you posted. We're doing a live right now, brother. We're doing a live right now. You want me to stop and read it? What it actually said? I can read it.
I mean, it's only a few lines. It's only a few lines, Seiko.
We do not worship the same Allah, so no one cannot say praise Allah. Allah is not God. I praise God with the big G. That's not the statement that you quoted.
And that's not the statement that you said in your video. Neither one of them are the statements that you said. Neither one of them are the statement that you made in your video.
James,
neither one of them.
James,
what she said on that post that I sent you, what I said on my post, that you made this about you, bro.
James, I made that clear, brother. I made that clear in the video. I asked you who's the someone that you're referring to in the text message. You send me a picture of this sister. This is right now.
Yeah, only reason why I sent it to you because I really don't gotta send you nothing. But I sent it to you. I sent it to you because it no matter what I say or do, no matter what I say, it gets overlooked, and you made a video and misrepresenting my post.
No, that's not true, but that's okay because that is true.
That's a fact.
Okay. All right, actually, to produce it,
you don't get to interpret my post.
I'm not
interpreting my post from the context that it was posted.
James, I'm not misinterpreting or interpreting anything. I read your post. I asked you a question. You made the statement. Said if you feel this way or whatever, only respectfully only hit dogs holler. Okay.
What I said was,
Mhm.
you stated in your video
Right.
that no Christian that you know
Correct.
would say praise be to
Correct.
Allah.
Correct.
I don't interpret that statement the same way.
Right.
However, if my post prompted you to respond as though it were directed at you, then respectfully.
So
we
why
talk
did
to
I
each
make the
other like
video?
this. You said it's disrespectful. We talk to each
Listen,
other like this.
listen.
We've used words that dog don't hunt. We've said to hit dog holler. That's your word. That's
I'm
your
not saying that-
term.
I never said that to you.
So you said, you didn't say that to me right now.
When have I said that to you?
You haven't said that to me right now.
When have I said that to you? To you.
How is that disrespectful?
I'm your elder one.
You my elder?
Yeah.
Or as like older brother?
Are you talking ecclesiologically? No, I'm not talking about ecclesiologically. No.
Okay, older man.
But spiritually, yes. But spiritually, yes. But that's beside the point.
I didn't disrespect you.
But that's beside the point. That's beside.
I didn't disrespect you. I talked to you just like a man, just like as if we were playing basketball, playing dominoes.
Okay.
I talked to you, and I said respectfully.
Okay.
So I didn't disrespect you.
Well, you're saying that I misrepresented you.
I'm not your child neither.
I'm not understanding why that even came up.
So I mean, you said I disrespected you. I didn't.
That's a non. That's a non sequitur. You did disrespect me because you
so
said.
So I did not disrespect you. You may not like what I said. You may not like what I said, and you have every right to not like what I said. But I didn't disrespect.
Here's how the disrespect. Here's how the disrespect happened. You went behind my back and sharing videos telling about my chat. Okay. Must have lost. Are we back?
I think
you're back.
I'm here. Yeah, you back.
Must have been a glitch. When you went to JP and other people saying that I misrepresented you, bro, that's disrespectful and that's a lie. Because I didn't disrespect you. I mean,
it's not a lie. It's not a lie, and I state in my video, and it's not a lie.
How is that misrepresentation?
I told the truth. You misrepresented me. If you put my post in your video as if I was speaking about anything outside of linguistics, you misrepresented my video. I didn't
misrepresent you.
I mean, my post.
I didn't misrepresent you. You watched the whole entire video. And at the end of the video, you said, these are the conversations we have, providing clarity and so forth. That's what you said. And you're very astute, because if I said some disrespectful then, you would have challenged it right then and there.
What do you mean? You talking about when you made your video?
If I had said something in that live that was not true, that misrepresented you, or that mischaracterized you in that live stream, you would have responded.
What do you mean? I did respond. I made a 50-minute video.
I'm saying in the chat. You gave your comment.
Why would I make the same mistake in commenting in your video? Why would I make the same mistake that I made? Why can I answer or can I respond?
You've been cutting me off too, bro. Don't do that.
Can I respond, JP?
Yeah, I mean, you both. Go ahead. Let each other finish. Go ahead, James. Finish up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, James. Finish up, brother.
When I was your moderator, I made the mistake of commenting in disagreement to what you and Kwame were saying in that particular live. We conversed about that, and I conceded. So, although I'm still not a moderator, I'm still not going to refute you in the live chat, because obviously texting, you could misconstrue someone's text intent. You don't know, you can't see body language or anything like that. So I said the most neutral. I made the most neutral comment, and I meant that. This is the type of conversation that we will have in our group that we had.
The conversation we had.
I didn't go behind your back and say anything. I went and showed and shared my video. I shared my video with commentary. You misrepresented me.
You said
no. You're lying right now.
Okay, that's fine. But the proof is in the receipts. You went to JP. JP didn't contact
you. Didn't even watch the video. So how do you know what was said?
What's already been established has been proven. You went to JP. You contacted JP. You inboxed JP and told JP that I misrepresented you.
You said I invited JP?
I said inboxed him. You inboxed JP and said that
I inboxed him and sent him my video.
Right. You misrepresented.
Yeah, refuting your misrepresentation of my post.
You went to JP.
Yeah, I sent
that I
JP.
misrepresented you.
I sent JP the video of you misrepresenting my post.
And it's not proven.
It has been proven. You refused to watch the video. For some reason, you refused to watch the video. Why you refused? You didn't watch it? You didn't watch it? Why you ain't watched it?
James,
why haven't you watched the video? Seiko, why have you watched the video?
I just did.
Why have you watched the video? You ain't watched it. That's 50 minutes. He played clips. Why haven't you watched the video?
Right? As you told him to play.
Why have you watched the video, Seiko?
I'm not interested in watching that.
Okay, then. So what are we talking about?
Here's the reason why, James.
So this is the end of the. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? There's no debate.
Because
there's no reason to be here.
If I watch the video, just like I read your posts, saying that this could have been handled privately. Yeah, it could have been handled privately. You're the one that went public. You're the one that said that I was misrepresenting you.
I went public.
You said that I misrepresented you. Hold on. You said I misrepresented you.
Bro.
Hold on. You said I misrepresented you. I'm talking about that. I know I made my video about what's in the name. You went public and talking about I misrepresented you. I didn't misrepresent you, brother. You believe I did. Okay, that's fine.
No, that's what you did. It ain't about belief. That's what happened.
James, that's fine. This is not the first time we disagree on terms.
Yeah, I know this is not the first time we disagree on terms.
And it won't be the last.
Which, I mean, I'm not into disagreeing with you, Seiko. Like, I don't even think about you all day to be making a post inadvertently shooting shots at you, bro. Like, come on, homie. Like, come on, man. Like, we stay 10 minutes from each other. Why am I gonna make a shot on Facebook at Seiko when I could just go eat with us? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, come on, Seiko, bro. Like, I don't think about you to be sitting up there disrespecting you inadvertently or passive aggressively on a post. I would tell you to your face. If anything, if I felt like what you said in your post was wrong and your video was wrong, which nothing, I don't disagree with nothing that you said in that video. If I felt like that, I would tell you to your face. What I need to send an inadvertent shot at you for, bro? Like, what have you done to me for me to even have to do that to you?
Exactly.
Or why do you think that I'm going to do that? What about my personality said that I'm going to send a passive-aggressive shot at Seiko Woods?
Like I said, you reached out to JP.
Can't answer that question, though. You still can't answer that question. Why you view me in a negative light?
Well, you're the one that...
Hold on, let Seiko Woods answer.
Thank you, JP. Appreciate that. You're the one that sent the message to JP. I was done with it. When I saw these subsequent posts that you made on your page, I refused to respond because I didn't want to go back and forth and violate scripture and get into word battles about a word that we claim that we agree on, but now we're talking about in its application. At least I'm referring to it in its application. I'm dealing with it linguistically, and I'm also dealing with it practically. And I'm showing how just because Arabic-speaking Christians say Allah, it depends on the context, it depends on the setting, and who is saying it. And so when you made your post, it caused people to wonder and to question whether or not this was about me or it wasn't. When I reached out to you, we had the conversation via text. I made the video bringing clarity and understanding and also making it clear that I have no personal beef or no personal gripe against my brother. That's clear in the video. You can at least attest to that because you said you watched it. So how was I misrepresenting you? You watched the entire video. I'm agreeing with you, but also giving further context to it and showing from a wisdom standpoint and also biblically, when we are as Christians referring to the term Allah, it is very important that we know the audience that we are addressing. I made that clear in the video. This is why, again, I'm not understanding how you're saying that I misrepresented you, that I'm lying on you. I didn't make videos and send it to people behind your back saying that you did this to me. You did. I didn't.
I didn't make no video saying that you lied on me, number one.
You said
number two, I did not make not one video saying that you lied on me, number one.
Misrepresenting.
Number two, you are making this about a word. I made my response video talking about the context of my post. you and nobody else have the right to reinterpret my post to make it something else or make the argument something else. The post that says what it says. It's talking about linguistics. Now, in the sense of what you just explained, once again, I don't disagree with you. But I am not in disagreement with you. You said in your video you was in disagreement with me, and I proceeded to watch your presentation. Me refuting in my video is the context in which my post was made. That's it, and that's all. Anything outside the linguistics is misrepresenting my post. Period.
Can the God of the Bible be called Allah? That's the topic of the discussion. Your post was made, my video was made. That's correct, right?
Could you repeat your could you repeat your question? I just want to make sure that
I'm the God of the Bible Allah. Can we call the God of the Bible Allah?
That's the topic of this video, yes.
Right. Your post was your post was in regards to that too? I'm asking.
How is my post gonna be in regards to that this video?
I'm asking.
I don't have an answer to that. I don't understand your question.
Do you understand how that would? Do you understand the question and the confusion that was being made, even in your thread? People asking you to clarify what you were saying.
Somebody asked me to clarify. Let me see.
Because I'm bringing up the point that we need to understand that when someone says Allah, that Allah is not the same God as the Muslims Allah, and you said that in your video, and I said it in mine.
And brother, you are correct in that, but that had nothing to do with my post.
I didn't.
Once again,
I didn't.
You get what I'm saying? Like you are indeed correct, but that has nothing to do with my post.
I've already agreed.
If you want to add clarity to that statement, I have no problem with it.
And I did.
Yeah, but like I said, my post is about linguistics.
You didn't like the fact that I used your post to bring clarity to a situation. Is that it?
I don't have a problem with you using any of my stuff.
So what's the problem?
This the misrepresentation.
Again, so you have a problem with me taking your post and providing clarity to it, and you didn't like the way I delivered it.
I have a problem with you misrepresenting my post.
Again, how did I misrepresent your post, brother?
The points that JP and AI pulled out is crazy that they did that. That is crazy. I'm still amazed at that. But yeah, the point, I answered this already, and I answered this in my post, brother Seiko. I mean, I answered this in my video. Now you say you wasn't, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. But you said something to the strength of
watching it because I knew
you wasn't interested in watching it. Okay,
and the reason why, because when you had already said that I misrepresented you. So
yeah, if
I would have watched the video, there would have been a subsequent response. So what I know, because I know me.
Oh, you said you would have responded to the video.
Right.
Oh,
okay. What I chose to do, what I decided to do was to try to quell the situation, not to make any more responses. Even when I saw subsequent videos about subsequent posts about what you're saying that this is about optics, that I'm still pushing or I'm not. I mean, I don't want to paraphrase because I seem to that's being frowned upon right now. But when you had mentioned that I'm pushing the issue or however you had mentioned that, I chose to not respond to that because I did not want to violate scriptural text about getting into or wrangling about words. You made your post.
That's not what we're doing here.
No, we are.
What you mean?
Fellas, it's an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Would you guys be interested in opening up the panels if anybody wants to participate in this particular conversation, or you guys want to wrap up?
I opened my evening up to be able to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because.
All right, so I'll post it here. Y'all fellas keep talking. And if anyone who wants to participate, y'all go ahead because we're already an hour and 30 minutes. All right. Carry on, fellas.
Yeah. So, where was I at? Trying to think where I was at. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was that. So I did not want to make any more videos. I didn't want to read any more of your posts because I knew me. I know me. And since you had already said that I had misrepresented you, I chose to back away. I chose to step away and not respond. It was only when you reached out to JP and told this brother who had nothing to do with the situation, that I misrepresented you, and this is the reason why you sent him your video. When his post initially said that everybody knows I'm direct or whatever case might be, if there's an issue with like that, talk to him meaning me, not JP. You chose, and you have every right to do that, but this is the reason why it's bringing more confusion, because it was dead, bro.
No.
It was dead. I didn't respond anymore to your stuff, bro.
The confusion happened when you made your video after I told you my post had nothing to do.
Brother, that was already done. You made your video.
The confusion happened when
you make your video?
You made your video after I told you the post had nothing to do with you.
Did you make your video? You made your response, did you not?
Did you watch it?
I didn't have to watch it.
Okay, then what are we talking about here? But what are we talking about?
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, but what are we talking about here, though?
Because I just answered your question because I didn't need to watch your video.
Okay, then, but what are we talking about? If you didn't want to watch the video,
listen,
it's obviously
you made your video. You made your video after I made
can
mine.
send my video to whomever I want to. Did you have a problem with me sending it to everybody else?
James, and the reason why we're here.
And I tagged you on Facebook on my video, and you removed your tag.
James, exactly. Because
so obviously there's something that you're running from. Why are you running from my video?
No. What I'm trying to do and have been trying not to do was this.
I can't tell. We still ain't had no conversation.
Brother,
you said
there's nothing.
You said in your initial text that you didn't have time to talk right there. All that time, it's been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We could have had a conversation about this.
There was nothing else to converse about this. We didn't agree. I made my video in response to you.
Agree with what? What did you disagree with?
I said you made your video in response to mine, right? That was done. Did I make a video after your video? Did I make one?
What kind of question is that? You said you didn't watch my video.
I'm asking you a question. Did I make
a
video? Did I make a video after your video? Yes or no? Did I make a video after your video? Did I make a video after reading any of your subsequent posts after your video? Did I make that? Did I? Can't answer that, correct? Can't answer that question. Because you know you dead to rights, bro. You made your video.
I know that I'm what?
You dead to rights.
Dead to rights? What does that mean?
Mean you don't have any leg to stand on, bro.
Oh, no, I have all legs to stand on.
No, you don't.
You misrepresented my post that I made a response publicly.
Okay, right.
You misrepresented my post publicly. I responded publicly.
Exactly, and it was done.
Okay, then that's it, and that's all.
I can't tell it was all because here we are. I didn't make any other videos or any other posts regarding what you said. Nothing. You continue to reach out to people and tell people
because I can, just like you are a content creator.
And that's sowing discord, brother. Because JP had
it's not sowing discord. No, it's not sowing discord. You sowed discord by making a video in the first place and putting my post in that video.
Hey, James. Hey, brother.
Nah, man. No, miss me, Seiko.
You made a video after making mine. I had made no more videos.
Yeah, you should have never mentioned. Why are you mentioning my name in videos anyway?
I'm sorry. Why am I mentioning your name
in videos?
Because your name was mentioned in regards to that post, and I was providing clarity. You was there.
My post had nothing to do with you, Seiko. So why are you trying to make it about you?
James.
Why do you think that a grown man is thinking about another grown man when he making posts on Facebook?
Brother, listen. I just told you.
No, you listen. You need to listen. Why does everything have to be a public conversation, Seiko?
Everything?
Yeah. Why we gotta have a public conversation over something so minute? We've been going back and forth on JP's live for an hour and 34 minutes.
Listen,
nothing.
Was I approached to go live, or were you approached to go live first?
I was in a conversation with JP.
Right.
I don't know what went first.
Oh no, you did, brother.
All I know is that I sent my video to JP based on his post. and based on everybody else that shared JP's post. And I sent it to them. I sent it to Dre. You had a problem with me sending it to Dre? I sent it to Quam. You got a problem with me sending it to Quam? I sent it to Proverbs. You got a problem with me sending it to Proverbs? I sent it to Lady Saturn. Is that a problem also?
Did you tell all of them that I misrepresented you?
Yeah, I did.
Then that's a lie, and it is a problem.
No, it's not a lie. No,
Okay.
You just don't want to accept that you're wrong.
So
you got a problem with being wrong.
Share this. Let me go ahead and share this.
You got a problem with being wrong.
No. I just have a problem with people lying.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'm not lying.
So let me just go ahead and share this, and we can wrap this up. It's right here. Seiko did a live stream misrepresenting my post, and I responded. JP, let me check. Bro, I'm watching. Y'all both have valid points for y'all stance. This is a gray area debate topic among Christians. Some agree with him and some agree with you. It's split. Your post prompted me to send you my video. Well, that's what I'm saying if you're down for the convo. Because he asked you, would you be interested in having a conversation with him?
No, read what he said.
Right here. It's right here. Would you be interested in having this convo?
You don't need to paraphrase it. It's right here. Don't need to paraphrase.
I have no problem with issue with that. That's what you said.
Exactly.
So
I don't have a problem or issue with that. What is wrong with that?
So why are you talking about everything got to be live? You're the one that raised it. I didn't.
Oh my God! Nice try. Nice try. Seiko.
That's fine.
Nice try.
He asked me.
You just reached so far into nothing.
Okay, so now
it's amazing.
Let me go ahead and just say this. JP, is this not your conversation with James?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Did James reach out to you, or did you reach out to James?
James reached out to me, and then I responded.
Okay. Did you extend the invitation to James first, or did you extend the invitation to me first?
I believe it was James, and then I sent it to you. I believe. I don't remember. I have to go back and check.
Right. It's right here it's right here in the screen.
Okay, so let me see.
Here in the screen. James reached out to you. Asked James, would he be interested?
Yeah. So then it was James first. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm confused because
JP, did I ask you about going live about this topic?
No, I asked you.
Okay.
And you agreed. Did you not? Did you agree?
Your point is what?
You didn't decline.
I did not reach out. JP, did I reach out to you about going live?
No, I reached out to you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, JP, did I reach out to you about going live?
No, I reached out to you.
Right.
Okay.
Did I say that? I said that he offered to have a live conversation between you and I. If since you're making a big issue about everything being public, why didn't you decline, James? Why didn't you decline his invitation?
Okay, so this is what we're doing, right? Okay, bet. So
why
this is what we're doing.
Why didn't you decline JP's invitation?
JP, I'm gonna send you something, and if it's possible, could you share it? Share the screen.
You don't have to send it to me. You could just share it, or if you're on a computer, you could share it. There's a share button right there. You see that right there? There's a share button with a plus, little computer-looking thing with a plus. See it? Right there. And next to your mic, audio, video, there should be next to the. It's right there.
So I got this recording on my iPad, and then I'm looking at my computer. Like I don't. Let me see. Like I don't see.
All right, send it to my DM. I'll try to see what I can do.
Okay, so
send it to me on Facebook.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
I mean, if I'm being accused of always want to make something live, I didn't reach out to JP and say, "Hey, holler at James. Let's see if we can have a live conversation about this." I didn't. He reached out to JP. Y'all had a conversation. JP offered.
When I said that, I was speaking to your mantra, "Cam up or shut up." That's what I was speaking to.
Again,
that's what when I said that. When I just said to you in this live here, why everything have to be go live? I was speaking to your mantra.
Well, and that's a lie.
I was speaking to your.
Everything's not alive. Everything's not alive.
I was speaking to your mantra. Cam up or shut up.
That's not every live. Nice try though. I'm just trying to find out why did you accept his invitation If you did
Why
not want,
wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
that's my point. So
Like, what?
don't
Come on now.
don't make
Like,
this
I'm
about
gonna
me.
run from you.
Don't make this
like,
about.
come on, bro.
This
You're
ain't
not
about
the
running,
governor.
brother.
What, I'm
You
gonna
made
run
this.
from you?
The reason why we're here is because of you. It's not because of me. I didn't want to be here. You wanted to have this.
I wanted to have this. Really?
Yeah, you said that you had no problem doing it. If you didn't want this to be a public issue, you could have declined his invitation and kept moving, and I would have kept moving. I made no videos, I made no posts, no responses to your video at all. Even after your Facebook post that you made, I made no responses to it.
I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, so this is a screenshot from the group chat that
Correct.
that JP made.
Correct.
Blessings, fellas. I had no, go ahead. The next one. No. Yeah, I said I would get back and confirm, all that. So we're debating, can we call God of the Bible Allah, or are we discussing our videos? You guys can do all that, this and all that. I'm open to both. JP, respectfully, okay, could have discussed this in the Ironsmith group, but yeah, I'll confirm later on. He sent the thumbnail. If anything changes, I will. I said, JP, respectfully, I don't have no issue with conversing with Seiko on your live, but I'm not going live until I have a conversation with him and other brothers involved. You said that's on y'all. On that, he said that's on y'all. I respect both of y'all. If it happens, I respect y'all. If it don't, I still respect y'all. I said I respect you too. And Seiko left the group. So I said this already that I when JP asked me, yeah, why not? I've been on live having conversations with you plenty of times. So I have no problem with doing that. But that's not saying that I wanted to go live. Like, come on, I don't even do the YouTube thing.
But you're here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll post every once in a while and stuff like that. But I got too much stuff. Yeah, man.
But you're here.
You here too? Here too?
Because the man reached out to me after you accepted his invitation. I told JP.
He reached out to you before that.
No, sir. No. Okay.
Okay.
No. We ain't about to do that. No, we ain't about to do that.
All right, bet.
Here we go. And then we can be done after this if y'all want, because this is getting nowhere.
Yeah, you should have known it wasn't gonna get nowhere, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like you wrong, and you feel like you never wrong. So that's what it is.
Fellas, after this, can we squash this? And we good?
Yeah,
anyway,
it's done.
We could squash this and leave this here, and that's it.
Never wrong. I mean, all that's extreme, but that's okay.
No, it's not. It's just a fact.
Okay, James.
That's my experience with Seiko Wood.
Your experience. So
you made a whole 2 hour and some video on troll, and I called your line directly. Like, you made a whole video about troll, bro.
Okay, I'm
not. Like, come on, man. Like, your thing is not winning over a brother, bro. You want to be right all the time.
No problem, James. No problem. I'm not even gonna go there with you on that, because that's gonna move into an area that's not even gonna be even beneficial. So I'm gonna let you make it.
Yeah, no, you don't gotta let me go. No, I'm gonna let you make it.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna respond to that.
All right, so fellas, can we squash this right here, and that's it? We good? Y'all had a conversation. Y'all said what y'all said, and we could just drop it, and that's it. We grown men clash. It happens. We squash this, and that's it. Move on.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that it was clear that
we good, James. We squashing this. We good.
I mean, it was never a thing.
All right, so that's it. Hopefully, that's it. The live happened. That's it. We all grown. Business as usual. Y'all spoke about it, and life goes on.
Appreciate it.
All right, so that's it. We good here.
I appreciate you being, sacrificing your time to be a bridge, JP.
No worries. You know, it happens. You know, the brothers get into disagreements and arguments. It happens. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just push forward. That's it. We shake hands, and that's it. It's all handled.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, God bless you.
Somebody said they wanted to join.
Let's see. We squashing it, or should I hold on joining? I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, well, I'll post the link one more time, and then we're gonna end right after that.
Said no,
So
believe God's word 922
that's the
9922.
link to join.
I bet. Okay. Why do you don't like my hat? Boy, I tell you.
I'm gonna wait 2 minutes. And if nobody joins, I'm wrapping this up because somebody did say they wanted to join. So we're gonna give this 2 minutes. If in 2 minutes the brother or sister doesn't join, um, that's that. And that's it. I know some people in the chat are a little animated. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Oh, we got 1 more minute. If the individual that said they wanted to join doesn't click the link in 1 minute, that's it. We're wrapping up. All right. I saw the person joined. Just give me a sec. How's it going, Mr. B Great BME?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
All right. So, what did you want to say about this conversation at hand?
Just trying to understand, both sides of this whole situation right here. Uh, First of all, love both of these brothers. From what I and so what I understand, from what I see from my point of view, I saw, when Trump made that post about with all praises to be Allah, that type of stuff, and then I know Seiko made a live video on Facebook about it. Then later on, I kind of saw James made. I think I saw on the YouTube post, but I'm pretty sure James made a Facebook post as well about the word Allah. Then Seiko made a live stream video about it, and of course, I haven't got a chance to go back and watch the whole thing, but I know I watched some of it, and of course, I see that Seiko made some good points on that one. Then later on, found out about James made a video about his response to Seiko, and of course I was like, okay, he made some good points there too. Okay, got it. I know one of the things I remember that James kind of addressed is on a clip that Seiko mentioned, he disagreed, and of course James was like wondering, was there a disagreement about? And of course, I thought it was a good question. I thought it was going to be up for, something up for discussion, trying to figure out, get some clarity on that end. And, we'll see what happens from there. Now, I didn't know things started going around where I guess, James, you saying that Seiko misrepresenting you on his live stream when he addressed it and stuff like that. If that's what you're saying?
That's a question?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, he misrepresented my post.
Okay.
My post was addressing linguistics and nothing else.
Okay.
I wasn't making a theological argument or anything.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, let me break it down to you. I think this is what I get from both of these brothers' information. So
Yeah.
Seiko is arguing that even linguistically, you don't want to say the name Allah because contextually, that name is attached to Islam.
Mhm.
So you shouldn't really be saying that name. It's not like saying Dios.
In the
Right?
West. In the West.
Yeah. In the West, yes. It's not like simply saying Dios, because James said that when you say Dios, it's Dios in every language, but Allah it carries a different weight than the name Dios, right? So
Right.
if you're gonna say Allah, right, in the West, that has a particular context, and so that's why you shouldn't be saying it. So in my estimation, I think that I hear what both of these fellas are saying.
Mhm.
And I think they should shake hands and keep it pushing because at the end of the day, I hear both of their points. You see what I'm saying? Seiko's not wrong and Berean's not wrong.
Right.
You don't want to say Allah in America. That carries a certain weight. And yes, technically speaking, James is correct. The name Allah means God, and that's it. But
Mhm.
yes, that name Allah is more than just a name. It's
Correct.
yes, it's just God, but you're gonna start thinking about Islam.
The
Whereas
denotation
when
and connotation has to be clearly defined. It was my whole overall point.
correct, so I hear both fellas. I
Linguistic.
think the way I see it is, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit talking past each other. I say, look, it's not that deep, and that's it. Like they made their points clear. I
Yeah.
understand where Seiko's coming from, and I understand where James is coming from. I understand where both of these fellas are coming from. So, Seiko lagged out a little bit.
Oh no.
I'm hardwired. I'm not sure what's going on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But
Now,
yeah.
Fax is saying if Seiko is arguing that it's a problem, I would have to disagree with that Fax because Allah carries a little bit more weight than saying God in another language. It just does. So it just does. So this is why I told both of these fellas it's a gray area. It is a gray area. This is why I don't like debating this particular topic because it's a gray area. Because
Mm.
here we have facts only saying if Seiko's arguing that it's a problem, no, it's not a problem. Um, it's not a problem. If facts wants to come up, we could have a discussion, but it's not a problem.
In terms of what though? In terms of what there's not a what in terms of what?
Yeah, it's not it. So it's not a problem to say don't say Allah in one sense. That's not a problem because the word Allah carries more weight than what you would say for calling God in Spanish Dios.
Yeah,
The word Allah.
theologically it does, but linguistics, in which I was addressing, it doesn't.
Yeah, and that's where you're technically correct, but even then I would say that linguistically it does have Islam attached to it. It
And
does, right? Like if
the
you're
note- and the denoting, the denotation, and the connotation, I'm gonna stand on that again, because what I made in my video has to be clearly defined, and it has to be interpreted based on the setting and context and authorial intent.
I hear what you're saying. So look, this is where I'm not going to disagree with James. Look, the word in and of itself,
Right.
the
Mhm.
word in and of itself does
Correct.
not have Allah attached. James is correct, right? The word, when God created languages and there were millions of people with different languages and the word Allah came to formation, that word was not attached to Islam inherently.
Correct.
That is
Correct.
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 James is correct.
Right.
But now, even linguistically,
Yes.
right? We understand James is correct. James is not wrong. I'm on the record.
Correct.
James is not wrong. But it is attached to Islam. So this is where I say I kind of just don't debate this topic because it's a gray area. It's a debate. So that's why I'm saying I don't touch this. But I hear what James is saying and I hear what Seiko's saying.
Right. Right.
All I'm saying is my post is just that.
Correct.
Anything outside of that is a misrepresentation, whether it was on purpose or whether it wasn't on purpose, because I'm not arguing nothing else.
hmm Yeah,
That's it.
and if you're saying that the word Allah, if you're saying that the word Allah is linguistically, it just means God and it has nothing attached to it,
Well, I'm
you're
not saying that neither. You will be correct in saying I'm not saying that either. I'm saying the context of my post. And
Mhm.
that's it. If anything being attached or interpreted or pulled out or put into my post outside of linguistics is a misrepresentation.
Mhm.
That does not necessarily mean that he's lying.
I actually had a
Yes.
question for y'all about that though, right? Like
Okay.
concerning the word Allah or the name. So because we have Coptic, right? We have Arabic Christians,
I was
people
gonna
that
go there,
live
but
people that live in this country, right? So
Mhm.
like when they say Allah, would you all say no, don't say that? That's wrong when they speaking when they're calling God in their natural language.
brother, that's an excellent question. I train at a gym that have a group of Arabic Christians, and they say Allah. I just haven't seen them. I would have been interviewed them and posted that on YouTube, but they use Allah, and you're correct. Out of
Yeah.
the Coptic Bible, it says it from
Yeah.
all
No.
throughout
Yeah.
the
I
Old
can. I
Testament
can. I
because
can
they have
argue
no
and
other word. They only
Yeah,
have that one word.
yeah, I can argue that in a particular case where that's their native language and they have no other language, that's a little different than someone that can speak something else saying that word.
And I
So
was
Yeah,
everything
no,
has a
yeah, I agree
context.
with that. Like as far as them not like somebody who speaks English and never grew up in an Arabic country
No,
wants
yeah,
to
if you're
call
in an
our God
Arabic
Allah, that's a
country,
problem.
yeah, if you're in an Arabic country, that's all you know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
No, I'm speaking for the Arabs that live in the U.S.
okay, so let me ask,
The one that speak their own natural language
got you.
that call God Allah, right?
Okay,
Because you
so
even have Arabic pagans. They call their God Allah as well.
No,
with
yeah, I wouldn't. So the
so
context
facts, let me ask you this question. Where are they? What is the setting in that they're employing that word, that term?
They're
in
employing it
America.
to the triune God in America.
I'm saying, who is the audience that they're saying that to?
They're when they call into God, right? They can
No,
be speaking
okay,
to God or whoever. They're
okay,
speaking to the triune God.
let me see if I can put it this way. We're in this chat. We're on this live, right? Let's say you are an Arabic Christian, okay?
Yeah.
Right? And you say Allah, but all of us here are American Westernized Christians. Do you believe or do you think that you need to provide clarity to make sure that there's not confusion to that it's not being interpreted as being the Muslim God Allah?
No, that wouldn't make sense for us to be in a congregation like that and you not know what I believe.
That's my
That's
point.
insane.
That's my point. I'm
So
saying
no, so why would you question that? Like if I
because
said Allah, why would you even think, oh, he's Muslim if I'm in your congregation? Like that's a straw man.
that's not a straw man. I'm asking a question regarding.
Argue.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm talking to my daughter. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm saying if you are an Arabic speaking Christian, and kind of to JP's point he just mentioned earlier, I'm referring to the setting and context on what you're saying and how the word is being used.
So are you saying that you're gonna tell them they're wrong? Like you're gonna say you
No,
wrong for speaking your language?
No, I'm not saying that, brother. What I'm saying is you can say it, but you need to be wise in the setting that you're saying it because it can cause confusion. Let me share the screen and give you the point right here. Because maybe I'm not.
But I don't need no straw man points. I'm good on that. I understand what you're saying. But I'm not the type to
Allow
monologue
me to
with.
read it. Allow me to read it.
I'm not listening. You're not my elder, bro. I'm not one of them, right? So just chill. I'm just saying, just chill. Like we having a conversation.
Okay,
You don't
so
gotta do all that.
allow me to share the screen if you don't mind. Thank you.
No, I'm gone. I'm about it. You're not
No
talking
problem.
to me.
No problem. I'll share it anyway for those who maybe wanting to read it.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and share this right here, JP. So this is the and bear with me because I want to read this particular point here. All right. Did Arab Christians use the word Allah before Islam? It is a known fact that the word Allah was in use long before Muhammad was born and before Islam became a religion. Muhammad's father's name was even Allah, slave of Allah, indicating usage long before Islam. Allah was by some historians considered to be the patron deity of the Quraysh tribe of the Arabians, of which Muhammad's family was a part. It was one of the 360 gods worshipped in the Kaaba in Mecca. Although considered by some worshippers to be the creator god over the other gods, when Muhammad destroyed the other idol gods, he kept Allah, the patron god of his clan, and as the only one to be worshipped. According to info gleaned from Wikipedia sources, resources, we are told regional variants of the word Allah occur in both pagan and Christian pre-Islamic inscriptions. According to Marshall Hodgson, it seems that the pre-Islamic times, some Arab Christians made pilgrimage to the Kaaba, a pagan temple at the time honoring Allah. There is a God, the creator. The Syriac word Allah can be found in the reports and the list of Christian martyrs in South Arabia, as reported by antique Syriac documents of the names of those martyrs from the era of the Himmerite and Askamite kingdoms. In an inscription of the Christian Martyrion dated back to 512, references of the Allah can be found in both Arabic and Aramaic. The inscription starts with the statement, by the help of Allah. Ifran Shahid, quoting the 10th century encyclopedic collection, Kitab al-Ghani, notes the pre-Islamic Arab Christians have been reported to have raised the battle cry, Ya la ibad Allah, O slaves of Allah, to invoke each other into battle, according to the Shahid, on the authority of the 10th century Muslim scholar Amar Zamani. Allah was also mentioned in pre-Islamic poems by some Gahazbid and Tanukid poets in Syria and Northern Arabia. The specific references in this Wikipedia article, and don't rely on Wikipedia too much, but just for the sake of the context here, are many and lengthy, so they are not spelled out here. But they can easily be found on the website, on that website. Christians, Jews, and Arab tribes all mingled together in the Mideast societies, 1st through 6th centuries. So it was natural for each to borrow verbiage from each other, as well as adopt customs. That the word Allah or Allah should be found in all these societies is not unexpected. But the use of this word would not necessarily have the same connotation in each of these societies. The Jews would acknowledge only one God. The Arabs would consider Allah to be the chief God, creator even, over many gods. And the Christians would acknowledge him to be the one God who was incarnated in Jesus Christ. Muhammad's usage would take on a whole new meaning, with it as the basis of a new religion. And herein lies the friction among Christian believers, Bible translators, and societies governed by Islamic politicians. The ancient Christians and modern Christian believers who live in the Muslim countries would realize that every word has both a denotative and connotative meaning, a generic meaning and a specific or proper meaning. Whereas the ancient word Allah, the God, or the contraction Allah, would often just be a generic word for God, denotative. The Christians, ancient and modern, would have no qualms using it when referring to the creator God of the universe generally, and it is used as such in modern translations of the Bible. But the new definition Muhammad gave, connotative, made it refer to something that is totally unacceptable to believing Christians. It is declared that God is one, anti-Trinitarian. Allah has no sons, anti-Christ, and Muhammad is his final prophet, anti-biblical canon. Daniel Janosik of Columbia International University explained, quote, but wait a minute, some would say, what about the Arabic Christians, ancient and modern, who called the God of the Bible Allah? Doesn't this illustrate the fact that Allah and Yahweh are referring to the same God? Actually, when the Arabic Christians refer to Allah in their translations of the Bible, they believe that Allah is the Father of Jesus, and they believe that Allah is triune. Therefore, the Allah of the Arabic Christians cannot be the same Allah of the Muslims. This semantic shibboleth strangulation can be cleared up if we remember that words have both a denotative and connotative meaning. Denotative refers to a dictionary, so it would be correct to say that Yahweh and Allah both refer to the concept of God, especially for their respective language groups. However, the connotation is determined by what a person conceives about the object of that word. For example, an Arab Christian may still use the word Allah to denote God, but his understanding of that term would be starkly different from a Muslim for that would recognize that Jesus Christ is God, Allah, whereas the Muslim would never consider that connotation. After comparing the Allah of the Quran and the Allah of Yahweh of the Bible, it should be apparent that they could not be referring to the same God. Yes, pre-Islamic Arabic believers in Jesus used, and believers in Muslim countries today still use Allah to designate God, but with a non-Islamic connotation. However, in free, informed, democratic countries in Western civilization, that's us, believers in Christ would not feel comfortable using Allah in their worship services. They are fully aware of the meaning given it to by Muhammad, which they would consider rank heresy and blasphemy. The name above all names of the invisible God they avow is Jehovah God, Yahweh, and his visible incarnation, Jesus. And I just wanted to read that.
All right. Well, James, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to that.
I have no response. Like I said to you in the chat, like essentially, I don't disagree with Seiko's position. I just disagree with the use of my post. That's it. I don't disagree with Seiko. Like I said that. It's just that the way in which you use my post. That's my issue, and I addressed that in my video.
All right. So I guess you fellas want a 2-minute closing, and be great. Do you want to ask any of these fellas anything before we wrap up?
Yeah. So you, brother, James, you saying that? So you pretty much saying Seiko misrepresenting your post when you brought it up on this live? Is that what you're saying?
The way in which it was brought up, yes. If any argument is made from my post outside of linguistics, is misrepresentation.
Okay. And I'll ask,
especially after we had text message thread conversation.
Okay. And I'll ask Seiko this. Seiko, is there any reason why you decided to bring up James' post in your live stream? Just for clarity.
Yes, like I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, because my video was made in response to Donald Trump's Truth Social post on the 5th. I made my video, my Facebook live video on the 6th. James had put up a post on Facebook on the 7th. Individuals that know both of us were concerned and confused of wondering whether or not it was directed to me or in some way implied toward me, because I made the statement, no Christian I know would say praise be to Allah. James puts up a quote. That quote does not directly say my statement, but people were wondering whether or not when he had said he had saw someone say this, was that in any way related to what I had said, which precipitated me to contact James via text message and asked him the question, was his post in any way related? Not just did you say this about me, was it in any way related, whether implied, whether explicitly stated, whatever the case might be, since it was more than one video that he said he saw of people that were making that statement. And he said he didn't interpret my statement to be that way. But if I felt that it was directed toward me, respectfully, only hit dogs holler. I said, okay, thank you, no problem. I responded because people were wondering whether or not that was the issue. And I made it clear in my video that it was nothing, that I had no personal issue. This was not an attack. I wanted to respond to James's post in case anyone was wondering whether it was referring to me or not, because I made a statement regarding that as well, related to it. And I responded to James' post, but I also responded to what Donald Trump said to Christians that were trying to protect and defend and cape for Trump. I agreed with James's post and agreed with his initial statement regarding the word, and I laid that out. Had no problem stating that, but I said it's more than just that, and this is why I read the article here to give a clearer understanding to further elucidate the point. So it wasn't the issue whether or not I made a video, he makes a video. It was the fact that he was saying that I misrepresented him. I disagree with that. I don't believe that. I don't believe I misrepresented him at all. I understand he's entitled to his opinion, but to go back and tell people behind my back that I'm misrepresenting them, and these people could also be led astray or to believe that I did when I didn't, that causes confusion. Why not just take what you said, take what I said, do like Paul and Barnabas, we go our separate ways or whatever, and not make any more issue about that. That's why I chose not to respond to any more of James's posts, any of his content, because I did not want this to be in violation of the scriptures, of wrangling about words, having back and forth over a term, over an issue that can cause further conflict and further quarrel. That's why I did not respond anymore to it. I responded, and the reason why I'm here is because when James reached out to JP, who did not know anything about my video or his, and said that I misrepresented him, and when JP had invited and extended the invitation to have a public conversation with me, James said he doesn't have a problem with that. And then JP asked me, do I want to do it? I said, fine. Didn't really care to do it, but I went ahead and did it. And this is why we're here.
Gotcha. So pretty much it seems, boy, it looks like it really comes down to whether there's proof that some type of misrepresentation happened or if there's not. Now, of course, James, of course, you saying, James, when you saying, Seiko misrepresenting your post and everything, of course, you're saying that, whether intentionally or unintentionally, you're saying that he's not sinning, and how Seiko handled it. Is that what you're saying as well?
What is your question?
In terms of when you're saying that Seiko is misrepresenting you or misrepresenting your post, are you saying he's sinning in doing that, or are you just saying that in general?
I'm saying that in general. Like he just said it. Like he said, like I said exactly what the context of my post is. He literally just said it's more than that. Anything outside of the context of my post is a misrepresentation, whether you're doing it on purpose or not. Period. It's period. I don't think he got ill intent. I don't think that he had ill intent at all. I don't feel like that. That ain't my interactions with Seiko. That he has ill intent with what happens. Like, this is like, to me, it's just an honest mistake. And I responded to the honest mistake, man. Like, it's not like I'm sitting up here like, no, Seiko's bad, he's a heretic. No, I don't think none of that stuff. Listen, I said, the context of my post, I own the context of my post. Anything outside of that is a misrepresentation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't think this is an issue of sin. Like, misrepresenting, like, I'm not, that's not that ain't the man that I know. I mean, I don't think that he ain't ever got at me like that, at least. I mean, other people could say what they want. My interaction with Seiko, I don't feel like that's what type of time he owned. Like, trying to,
right.
I don't think that. But yeah, I sent my video, like I sent my video to you. I sent it to a few other people. But I did not send the video to prompt to go live. And yes, I said I have no problem with going live. Like, yeah, I have no problem with that.
Okay.
All right. Can you guys both give a little 2-minute closing, and then we're gonna wrap up?
Okay.
Be great. You wanted to ask another question?
No, I was just saying, there's a potential reason I could see why, let's just say in general, some may think that if someone say, if you say I'm misrepresenting, that's a sin, because misrepresentation is basically described as an act of making a false, misleading, or incomplete statement of a fact. So if, let's just say, if I like make a video and you tell me I have misrepresented on your post, even though you say your post is about, just linguistic, only just that. And, I was just want to make some clarification or somewhat, and you say I misrepresent you, I may take it, or I could possibly take it, or I may take it as, okay, you saying I'm sinning against you. Where have I sinned against you? Stuff like that. Which
I'm gonna say like this, be great. If say for instance, I make a video on you and you say I misrepresent you. Me personally, I'm gonna look at your response, see what you're talking about.
Okay.
Period. Like, that's just it. Like, that's what I do. Like, I do that. I don't just take people's words. I sit up and I've shared this with Brother Seiko. Like, so many people got so many videos on him. I'm not about to just take their word for it. I'm gonna sit down and looked at all of them before I make any type of judgment. I do my research. I'm not just sitting around just speaking and talking for no reason. Like, this is why I vacated a lot of conversations, because this stuff ain't worth it. Honestly, this wasn't worth it. But I'm not gonna not accept the invite. You know what I'm saying? If this would it take to have a conversation with them, fine. But I'm not with it. Like, I'm not a person that just speaks just to be talking. I don't do that, and I don't act hastily. Like, that's always a fail when you act hastily. That's why I did not comment in your live, Seiko, what I felt, because I had to make sure that I had to see what I was seeing without my feelings involved. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm very careful in what I do. Like, I'm not just out here just talking. I don't do that.
Okay. I know, JP, I know you want to close this out.
Sure.
Oh yeah. So pretty much, I guess to me, it pretty much comes down to if there's any proof, if there's any misrepresentation going on and stuff like that. I may have to, I know for me, I probably have to go back and watch some videos just to see if that's the case or not. And I'm not sure if there's going to be any follow-up conversation between you two about that. But other than that, I got nothing else to say.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, God bless you, brother.
Hey, God bless you too.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
All right, James, you get your first 2 minutes of a closing statement, and then Seiko, you go next.
Well, this wasn't about winning an argument. It's about rightly identifying God as, he revealed himself. Language serves us, but it does not define him. He defines himself, and across cultures and centuries, faithful believers have used different words to point to the same truth. whether it be God, Dios, Deu, Allah. Arabic-speaking Christians are not worshiping a different God. They are worshiping the same God revealed in scripture, in language they've been given. We came on here, we did it. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I know one thing is that at the end of the day, souls need to be saved. And that's the main thing that I care about, is making disciples and making disciples that make disciples, like I've been doing. That's all I really care about. And that's with the main thing, at least, all of us should be caring about. So my post was about linguistics, and anything outside of that is a misrepresentation. And that's all I got.
Is it my time now? You want me to go ahead and speak? I never.
Yeah. Give your 2 minute
Sure.
closing.
Got it. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 18. I'm just going to read it from the screen here. I don't have time to try to share it right now. A hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but the slow to anger calms a dispute. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 3. Keeping away from strife is an honor for a man, but any fool will quarrel. Proverbs 26, 20 to 21. For lack of wood, the fire goes out, and where there is no whisper, contention quiets down. Verse 21. Like charcoal to hot embers, and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 3. If anyone advocates a different doctrine, does not agree with sound words, those of our Lord Jesus Christ, and with the doctrine of conformity to godliness, he is conceited and understands nothing, but has a morbid interest in controversial questions and disputes about words. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. Remind them of these things and solemnly charge them in the presence of God not to wrangle about words, which is useless and leads to the ruin of the hearers. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 23, but refuse foolish and ignorant speculations, knowing that they produce quarrels. And in Titus 3:9, but avoid foolish controversies and genealogies and strife and disputes about the law, for they are unprofitable and worthless. And this is the reason why I did not want to go back and forth with my brother about this, and did not care to have this discussion publicly, and chose not to make any more subsequent videos, whether James would have made another one or not, because of issues like this. I made my response in regards to the post that I saw and asked questions before making my video. I understand James said he was dealing with it linguistically. So did I. I acknowledge that. But I also gave the practical application and also shared with you, the audience, the history and also the context behind using the word Allah. If you are an Arabic-speaking Christian, first of all, praise God. Welcome to the family. But I believe also the setting and context matters as well, too. And this is the whole reason why I wanted to make sure that this was not to be seen or perceived as that. Unfortunately, I believe that it probably did, because here we are going back and forth over a matter, and it didn't have to get to this level, but unfortunately it is.